are being wiped out.
Now, as the U.S. also targets Iran's Navy, it is angry over one sinking in particular.
Abbas Araghchi says the United States will bitterly regret the precedent. Tehran's foreign minister was speaking after a U.S. submarine sunk an Iranian Navy frigate with a torpedo. It happened near Sri Lanka in international waters. Dozens of sailors were killed.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Now, today, Democrats are pushing a war powers resolution in the House, trying to limit President Trump in Iran.
If you're tired of wars in the Middle East, support our resolution.
But that Senate resolution that Chuck Schumer, the minority leader, was pushing failed. It was voted down by Senate Republicans. Now, as the conflict continues and there is concern about the shipping of oil prices continue to rise this morning, and so does gasoline, up another 6 cents. AAA's national average for regular is now $3.25 per gallon, surging 26 cents the past 3 days. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It's causing a problem, so when will it end? Rain and 56 degrees in downtown Indianapolis. We're going up to 58 today. We're almost at our high. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. Rain that has come and gone over the past couple of days has left several roads underwater this morning and put other low-lying areas at risk of flooding.
Rain chances essentially each day through Saturday. We'll have another potential for some localized strong to severe storms late Friday into Saturday. And then we do get a little bit of a break late in the weekend before some additional rain chances next week as well.
That's forecaster Joe Neal at the National Weather Service Indianapolis. He says a flood warning is in effect until 8:15 this morning. The areas that are really prone to flooding right now are southwestern Hancock County, southeastern Marion County, and northwestern Shelby County. Indianapolis police say they were looking for a 17-year-old boy last night that was wanted for a murder at a gas station in March of this year. His name's Tariq Rhodes, and they found Rhodes, but what they also found at the home that Rhodes was in was lots of drugs, 90 pounds of cocaine, fentanyl, oxycodone, drugs, and cash. They also found a couple of children that were exposed to fentanyl. They were taken to the hospital. They are alive. They're being treated. Several people were locked up at that home. Remembering a college football legend.
My first game at Notre Dame ever was his first game coaching. And when I said that anecdote to him decades later at a fundraiser, he's like, the Michigan game, we was robbed. And he was, fantastic. He was always St. Louis in our house.
And that's Rick Podrowski speaking with WSB TV in South Bend, reflecting on the news of former Notre Dame head football coach Lou Holtz's passing at the age of 89.
Holtz guided Notre Dame to the 1988 National Championship, finishing a perfect 12-0 season and restoring the Irish to national prominence. Over a career spanning 6 programs, he compiled 249 wins and later became a familiar analyst on ESPN's college football coverage. Holtz coached the Irish from 1986 through 1996, winning 100 games in South Bend. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And Holtz is survived by his 4 children. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Another soggy Thursday, 6:04. Traffic and weather together next in 1 minute.
This month, get 0 Resified from Indy's #1 carpet cleaner. Buy 1 room of carpet cleaning, get 1 free. Unlimited rooms. Yep, unlimited. Living rooms, bedrooms, basements. Buy 1, get 1 free throughout your home. Winter left behind salt and slush, dust and allergens. The heroes at 0 Res remove that buildup so your home feels fresh again without any soap residue or harsh chemicals. So beat the spring rush. Call 317-388-5141. Visit ZeroResIndy.com and you ask for the WIBC special.
I work here.
I work here.
I work here. I work here.
I work here.
I work here.
We all work here at Radio 1 Indianapolis, one of the most diverse media groups in the world. We bring very different backgrounds and ideas together to create the best information and entertainment around. And right now, we're looking for someone to join the family. We have a sales assistant position available. If you've got great organizational skills and an interest in media and entertainment, we want to talk to you. Apply now at radio1.com/careers. Bilingual preferred. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
All right, Hendricks County eastbound 70 is shut down right now at State Road 39 because of a jackknife semi-trailer, and there's a backup that comes with that from State Road 39. It's about 2.5 miles to Hazelwood, so I would peel off as soon as you can, then maybe use State Road 42 over to Mooresville, and you can reroute that way. Now, in Boone County, there is a crash affecting both directions of I-65, and it's just to the north of 865, left lane blocked in both directions. Northbound side backed up to 86th Street. Northbound 65 still in the Boone. Stop traffic at State Road 267. Crash in Lawrence southbound 465 at Fall Creek. 2 left lanes are blocked. We are slow. Back to East 71st Street. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Having trouble sleeping? Visit Mattress Firm during the Upgrade Your Sleep sale. Their sleep experts will help you find your perfect day. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's happening?
It is raining again, Tony. Good morning. It is steady rain, too. And you may have some moderate to even heavy pockets of rain here for the morning. Bank on it for the morning drive. You're going to run into a lot of puddles on the roads as well, so be aware of that. Now, the rain should start to kind of wrap up a little bit by the afternoon. Just becomes a bit spotty, but maybe a stray rumble of thunder this afternoon. But some dry time. Mile 2. Today's high, 66. Tonight, cloudy skies, maybe some spotty showers. Watch for some fog. Overnight lows around 54. Friday, very warm, mostly cloudy. I think a lot of the day is dry, but we could still have a few spotty showers and storms. Friday's high 76. Rain and storms developing Friday night into Saturday morning. Some of those could be strong. 68 for your high. Saturday afternoon, we should dry out. Sunday, not bad. As we spring forward Sunday, mostly sunny skies and highs in the low 60s.
Are you telling me that in addition to all this garbage rain, that on Sunday we lose an hour of sleep?
That's correct. That's correct.
Huh.
Oh, I have 4 kids that it doesn't matter. Like, they don't, especially the young ones, they don't know the time changes, so
yeah.
I lose sleep anyway.
The point I make to you is that it's not all about you.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
not all about you and your prodigious child making. Okay?
My apologies. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
the rest of us are losing an hour of sleep.
Get off my lawn.
We're pretty upset about it. No one's more upset than Tara Hastings.
No, she's got, like, young kids, too. She's not sleeping. And she's a mom. Like, my wife handles a lot of the overnight stuff. It's not me. Come on.
What a meanie pants.
That's right.
By the way, I am up to, I have 20 now. I have 20 different Tara Hastings sounds, which will soon be available on my new app. Tara Says What? That's going to be available at the App Store.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
You'll
pretty
get classic hits like,
Gobble, 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 gobble.
and.
Ooh, yes.
Now you say to me, Tony, can I get that app fast? You'll get it.
Lickety split.
Don't you worry.
That's right.
The Tara Hastings app.
Buckle up, baby.
It's a barn burner.
Woo.
That is great.
There it is. Thank you, man. I got to get to work now.
You got it.
57 degrees, by the way. That's Marcus Bailey from Wish TV. He's a fine human being. 57 degrees. We've got a lot of rain in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:09. We still don't have Nancy Guthrie. You've got war in Iran. Things fall to the wayside. We still haven't found her. That is madness. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. I gave law enforcement the benefit of the doubt. This is the mother of Today's Show host from NBC, Savannah Guthrie, goes missing. We don't have her. Oh, there's ransom notes. We don't have her. I gave law enforcement benefit of the doubt. That, maybe that this little bit of bumbling that you see, maybe this is just to lull suspects into a false sense of security, be able to find a way to better get them. I've seen this kind of misdirection before, and you have too. This is unbelievable that there has been no movement. There has been no, we can't find this woman. It's unbelievable to think that could happen in 2026. But as we discuss things that haven't happened yet, do we have any arrests or any information on the people who swatted members of the Indiana General Assembly over redistricting? We're just going to let that go? Nothing from the Indiana State Police? Nothing? We don't have anything? No arrests, no leads, no suspects, no nothing? Or have we stopped looking? All we heard about was, look at these things. This is terrible. Swatting is terrible, by the way. No one should do that to anyone ever. But we don't have a single arrest. We aren't able to trace one phone call. We can't do that in Indiana. Huh? That's all I've got. Just, huh? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Alex Brown. An Indianapolis nonprofit is bringing shoes to youth in need. More at 6:32 on Inside Indiana Business. Don't miss IBJ's Technology Power Breakfast with keynote speaker Mung Chang, president of Purdue University. RSVP at ibj.com/events.
High five! Up top! Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Heck yeah! He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread. Yes! The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return, but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Coming up on the Hammer and Nigel show, tickets to go check out Sting, plus former Mayor Ballard running for Secretary of State. All the fun starts at 3 o'clock, 93 WIBC.
The U.S. and Israel keep up the attacks in Iran.
93 WIBC.
Dozens of targets across Iran's capital were struck overnight.
What happens next?
Residents woke to find more government-linked buildings reduced to rubble.
Happens here.
The concern about fuel shipments have lifted prices of oil and gasoline.
Stay in the know.
National average for regular up 9 more cents this morning, 20 cents in 2 days.
While you're on the go.
Flooding after record-breaking rainfall last night.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Checking out eastbound 70 in Hendricks County. Full closure at State Road 39. If I'm going to reroute, I can jump off either before that. There's a 2.5-mile bank up from State Road 39 right now from the closure point. So you're going to want to begin your reroute and possibly eventually take 67 into Indianapolis. That's a very strong possibility there. Also looking at northbound 65 in Boone County. That's a crash post 865, and right now that has us backed up to West 86th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank. On sale now. Plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Lots of rain. There are going to be areas of flooding and ponding, and Matt Bear will have the latest on how that can affect your traffic. Right now, 57 degrees. Your commute, I should say. Affect traffic and your commute. 57 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16. So the Iranians, who have less and less missiles every day, still shooting missiles, hitting multiple spots in Israel. Israelis had to know that this was coming. There's no part of this that's surprising. Jerusalem Post reporting that Hezbollah attacks are up despite the drop in overall missiles from the Iranians, on what they've already fired, and, of course, what has been destroyed. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. If you tell me that the Israelis are in safe rooms and bomb shelters, I'll tell you, yeah. They're much closer. Iranian missiles can hit them. That's exactly what happened. Something the Israelis better well have known before deciding to make this action. I'm going to make the assumption, by the way, that they knew. But there's been a lot of talk about how the response from Iran has dropped precipitously. Well, good. The Iranian regime losing is a pretty great outcome. I want to say for the record, it's the only outcome. It doesn't mean it will be. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see from the administration, from the Trump administration, some deal made that puts someone from that regime in some level of power. I will be opposed to that. I will speak out very, very clearly about that. That is not an acceptable outcome at all from the removal of this regime. It just isn't. By any stretch, it is not an acceptable outcome. But it could happen. And I am 10,000% bothered by that idea. But when you tell me, man, Israel's taking a lot of missile fire, well, yeah, they're taking a lot of missile fire. That's absolutely what's going on. The strikes that Iran has still been able to hit prevented airlines from landing at Ben Gurion Airport, which is the airport in Tel Aviv. Yeah, okay. And it still goes on. There seems to be no quit from the United States whatsoever. You got no sense of that from the conversations regarding from what Pete Hegseth had to say, from what the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Kane, had to say. You've got the team going out there and saying, hey, look, President Trump has that. Everybody just whoa up a little. Could you do that, please?
If I could ask you to keep your fund manager hat on for just a moment. We were talking earlier this morning about some of the moves we've seen. The shekel was actually up against the dollar. The Israeli market stabilized. What does that tell you?
Again, it tells me that markets live in the future and that someone is willing to look on the other side of this and not to these fantastical media accounts. Becky, I will tell you, the region is not on fire. What is happening is that someone with an iPhone, and look, it's terrible when a hotel gets hit in Bahrain, when there is a drone that hits the airport in Doha, but those are one-offs. The Iranian the attack capabilities have been substantially degraded. The U.S. is getting stronger and stronger every day. And the most fulsome part of our campaign is just starting, so that there are the people in the market willing to look through this. And that's what I think everyone should do, because President Trump has a vision here. And I think everyone should just step back and think about what does the world look like? If we go back and think, the conflict in Syria, there's new leadership there, and that is safer today. Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro has been removed. This Iranian regime, their ballistic missiles, and they will not have nuclear weapons. And most importantly, the Iranian regime was the head of the snake for global terror, and we are going to cut off that head, and Iran will no longer be able to project terrorism around the world.
All true and all good. The only issue I had is everyone should step back. I think I'm the only guy out there saying that people are allowed to debate whether or not we should do this or not. At what moment do we tell Americans you don't get to have a say? Oh, you got to just trust the government 100% and just do whatever they say and follow blindly. No. Of course, you can have a thought about these things. I share mine every moment. But in having the thought, I do notice the people who support the Iranian regime. I do notice the commies here in Indianapolis who support the destruction of Western civilization. I notice the Tucker Candace, Dave Smith crew of absolute losers who are the blame Israel crowd first. I notice these people. That's worthy discussion. Americans don't have to step back. You can argue, as the secretary is, and I think very, very well, that there have been real moves from this administration. And they have gotten, so far, real results. People want to desperately dismiss the real changes taking place worldwide. With the moves that we just discussed, with the election of Milei in Argentina, with how Poland is acting in the face of tremendous European pressure to be more like them, engage mass migration, and lose their souls. There are these nations, there are these places that are engaged in a real stand-up and saying this stuff is madness, you're destroying yourself. Someone well noted on the social medias that if you take a look at the hits in Iran, you have Muslim and Arab nations, Kuwait and Jordan and name the nations in the Middle East, all supportive of what the United States is doing. You know the Muslim nations that aren't supportive of what the U.S. is doing? Great Britain, France, and Spain. Damn, that's a good joke, and I'm upset I didn't think of it. I mean, that's just spectacular in explaining out what it is we're talking about. These nations that have given themselves up versus nations that want to stand up. And maybe all of this is kind of telegraphed by that Marco Rubio speech at the Munich Security Conference. We are not going to be the caretakers of the demise of Western civilization. That's not happening. Taking out the threat is smart. And for the record, the sponsorship of terrorism was the imminent threat, not anything having to do with a nuclear weapon. Does it matter to me what Adam Schiff or Chuck Schumer think? Have they been right about any foreign policy in the past 20 years? Tony, has the CIA been right about any foreign policy and anything they've done in a foreign country anywhere? That's a great counter. I'm well aware of that. I think we got to keep that in mind at all times. That's about some nation rebuilding nonsense. Removal of the Ayatollah and the regime till there's nothing left, to me, is the goal, and to me, the only successful outcome. Meanwhile, the Senate supporting President Trump, voting down changes to the War Powers Act. They're going to try this in the House because they want the symbolic vote. The left would rather Trump stop immediately. I would argue they're more interested in a weak Trump than they are a better society as a global society. That's who they are. That's who they are. And that's why the UN is such a complete and unmitigated disaster. They can't stop any fighting. They don't want to stop any fighting. They simply want to stop rational actors from stopping the pain. That's today's left, worldwide, not just in the U.S. Meanwhile, there are power outages across Cuba, and Trump's line last week of maybe we'll have a friendly takeover of Cuba, you understand that they're actually trying to do this. I never was more amazed by a line ever than Trump saying maybe we'll have a friendly takeover of Cuba. Venezuela, Iran, Cuba, this is all about China. There are multiple fronts to which this action in Iran has opportunity for us. But if you hate Trump more than you like an opportunity for a better tomorrow, well, these people are just going to keep hating Trump. They're going to say the things that they say, and none of it is connected to reality. We've got reality right here. We'll keep discussing it. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
All right, Tony, checking out Hendricks County. We have a full closure. It is eastbound 70, a couple miles after State Road 39, where we have a jackknife semi-trailer. Traffic exiting at State Road 39. That's going to take you a minute. Right now, we are delayed for about 3 miles back past Hazelwood at the moment. So the goal is to get to State Road 67 or back to eastbound 70 via State Road 42, and that is possible. Just start your reroute before you hit that backup. Also looking at northbound 65 in Boone County. Crash after 865 blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic past 86. Northeast side crash. Southbound 465 before East 56th Street with stop and go traffic back to I-69. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Congressional oversight of Operation Epic Fury. It's Casey. Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $160 more. See store for details.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A vote in the intended result. It's raining and it's 58 degrees right now in downtown Indianapolis. Today's high should reach about 63. Flooding is happening right now in some areas. There's a warning in effect until 8:15. A broader flood watch stays in effect through noon for Indianapolis, so keep your eyes on low-lying spots. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. The U.S. Senate did not pass a measure that would have limited President Trump's ability to take military action against Iran yesterday. 53 senators supported it, but that fell short of the 60 votes needed.
America will be the greatest, most unquestioned, unmatched power in the world. And it means we will defend American lives. And yes, we will avenge American blood. Iran has waged war against the American people, this regime, for 47 years.
That's Stephen Miller, White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, speaking with Fox News yesterday. The Pentagon confirmed the U.S. Navy had torpedoed an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean near Sri Lanka. President Trump suggesting that the Texas Republican running for Senate without his endorsement should drop out. He posted on True Social that the GOP primary in Texas cannot be allowed to go on any longer. His comments come after the primary between Attorney General Ken Paxton and Senator John Cornyn went to a runoff Tuesday. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill yesterday taking a closer look at Minnesota's fraud problem.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison in the hot seat before the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, taking up the state's ongoing fraud crisis.
You knew this was happening. You chose to do nothing about it, and in some cases, you even enabled it.
South Carolina GOP Rep Nancy Mace said at least $9 billion is alleged to have been stolen across at least 14 government programs in Minnesota since 2018, with dozens charged and convicted. Ellison and Walz denying any wrongdoing.
There's undoubtedly more to do. We'll continue to do the important work of combating fraud.
And that's Fox's Jeff Manasso reporting. And Lou Holtz, the college football coach who led Notre Dame to a national championship in 1988, died on Tuesday at 89. He passed away in Orlando, Florida, surrounded by his family. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Alex Brown. Lifelong Indianapolis resident and endurance athlete Casey Krause is on a mission to end shoe insecurity by providing new pairs of shoes to Indiana youth. He is the executive director of the nonprofit New Shoe Day, which provided 33% more shoes in 2025 than the previous year, but he says that's still not enough.
We've served over 10,000 pairs of shoes into the community to youth in the past 4 years. Last year alone, we did over 5,000, and we were not able to meet the demand that we had on the books. So over half of that was just in the last year alone.
Krause is looking to grow New Shoe Day's impact in 2026 and has a goal of becoming the state's shoe bank. Michigan-based First Brands Group has confirmed previously reported plans to close the Jasper Rubber Products campus in Du Bois County and is also planning to shutter another unnamed facility in Logansport. In separate notices to the state, the company said the closures will affect a total of nearly 400 workers when they take effect on April 30th. Westfield has chosen a potential developer for an ice hockey facility in the Grand Park District. The Nicholas family of companies, an Illinois-based general contractor, was picked to develop the multi-rink facility pending final contract negotiations. An anticipated opening date for the arena is 2028. This is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress. From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
The city of Mishawaka plans to transform George Wilson Park into a year-round recreation destination with a synthetic ski and tubing hill, expanded amenities, and infrastructure upgrades backed by a $3 million public investment. The centerpiece of the plan is the installation of a Nevplast synthetic surface that will allow tubing, skiing, and snowboarding regardless of snowfall. Construction is expected to be completed in 2027, with the park remaining open during phased work. I'm Alex Brown for 93 WIBC.
Andrews County, full closure on eastbound 70, a couple of miles after State Road 39. This is a jackknife semi-trailer that has the interstate shut down. And from the closure point, which is State Road 39, we're backed up several miles. Several reroutes in play here, including 42 to 67. However you do it, please be safe. Boone County, northbound 65, crash after 865, the dogleg. Left lane is blocked. Traffic stop and go past 86th Street. That's an 11-minute delay. Further up the interstate in Boone County, northbound 65 jams before State Road 267. Northeast side, it's Lawrence. Southbound 465 at Fallen Creek. 2 left lanes blocked. Traffic backed up into the I-69 ramps, and southbound 69 now slow. 282nd Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 55 degrees and rain in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, what's going on? 15th ranked Purdue ended a 2-game losing skid last night, 77-66 comeback win against Northwestern. The Boilermakers down 11, and CJ Cox went crazy, hitting a 3-pointer in the final minute to seal the win.
I told Trey before in the huddle, I was like, when you get the ball in the short roll, just look to see if that guy's helping up, and I'll be wide open in the corner. So they just did just that, and then I was able to get the shot. I'm there a lot, so just a lot of reps, being confident in my shot.
Cox scored 21 of his 27 in the second half. Purdue plays Wisconsin to end the regular season on senior night at Mackey on Saturday. Indiana ending a 4-game losing streak, and they dominated Minnesota 77-47. Head coach Darren DeVries said it was an important win.
They continue to stay focused. They've continued to put in the work like they have all year, and their approach has been terrific. And I think a lot of that is those seniors, making sure that they stay focused on what's next and not looking in the rear for very long.
And it was senior night in Bloomington as well for head coach Darren DeVries' son, Tucker. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
Your home is more than where you live. It's your biggest investment. And at B-Window, we help protect it. Upgrade to high-performance windows and doors designed to increase your home's value while dramatically reducing energy costs year after year. With 0% financing for up to 2 years, upgrading your home can be completely worry-free. Plus, for a limited time, buy any window or door, get the second at 50% off. Schedule your free in-home consultation at bwindow.com. Trust local, trust your home to beat.
Trust me. Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly thanks to reliable nationwide 5G. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com.
I guess I was surprised as anybody else to see Trump get a win at the Supreme Court. No. I'm very used to that. But 9-0? Well, that's not the everyday. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. This is an order to federal appeals courts to defer to immigration judges when reviewing asylum decisions. So as the administration sees it, this is helpful to the concept of the executive authority in removing people from the country. Immigration laws require federal courts to use a, quote, substantial evidence standard when reviewing immigration judge decisions about whether an asylum seeker could face persecution if deported. So the argument is that what the courts have to look at is, and what the bar has to be, right, that you have to overcome is just that. So it makes it more difficult for migrants to challenge their deportations as the Trump administration cracks down. Quote, the agency's determination is generally conclusive unless any reasonable adjudicator would be compelled to conclude to the contrary. That's a bit of a word salad right there, which makes sense because the opinion of the 9-0 decision was written by Ketanji Brown Jackson. And that's enough to make you sit down. She wrote the decision. First of all, they let her win the decision. Immigration agencies, not individual judges, determine asylum claims based on alleged persecution. Translation, no activist judges, you from your bench perch don't get to make that call. Good. I am like you, just stunned that it was her writing the decision. Stunned that it was 9-0. Because there's a little bit of, hey, lower courts, you've been overstepping. How about you slow your roll a little bit? Maybe this was just a self-preservation kind of decision. We're tired of getting these cases. We have real work to do. But this is the Supreme Court saying to the lower courts, you're not that in charge. So just whoa up. That's my take. Very interesting stuff. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. We've got much more show ahead. 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Express Pro Tire and Auto is the best in brakes. Brake packages starting at $119.99 per axle. We beat any competitor's pricing. Valid with a written estimate. Go to xpressspro.com to schedule an appointment.
Express Pro Tire and Auto.
Harv, we need to get down. Hey, nip it, you dumb bunny. I'm talking about goose down for my jacket. I wish we could see some geese out here. Well, why? Because we need to get back in time to the state's largest gun show this weekend. Harv, I gotta get a goose before we go. That's not what I mean, you perverted furball. Now, the reason we haven't gotten any geese is because all this old hunting gear. As soon as we get back, we're going to the Indy 1500 Gun and Knife Show out at the fairgrounds. We're getting new everything. Camo, guns, knives, ammo, survival gear, even a GPS. What's that, Harv? Are there any deer gear dealers at the show that will give you advice? Well, sure. What? No, it's not called Dear Abby, you idiot. Look here comes some now. Well, what do you know? Harv got 1 out of 5. Guess you could say his flight plan was canceled by air traffic control.
Celebrity voice imaginary character impersonated. The Indy 1500 Gun, Knife, and Outdoor Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the State Fairgrounds.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code READY to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code READY to borrow up to $10,000. Use code READY to borrow up to $10,000.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, he's in the WIBC Traffic Center. He's looking great today.
Thank you.
He just did 4 squat thrusts, and he has never felt better in his whole life.
Actually, I pulled a muscle. Good morning, Tony. Looking at eastbound 70 in Hendricks County. Crash and closure several miles after State Road 39. This is because of a jackknife semi-trailer. And right now, the closure point is 39. Then we're backed up another 3 miles, well past Hazelwood, not quite to Little Point Road, so plan your reroute accordingly. Please be safe. Boone County, crash, northbound 65 at 865, left lane is closed, and traffic jammed up almost 271st. That's a 17-minute delay. Then still in the Boone, northbound 65, stop-and-go traffic from County Road 550 south past State Road 267. Northeast side, crash, southbound 465 at Fall Creek. 2 left lanes are black. Traffic is stopped into the I-69 collector, and that is backed up to 96th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpeted luxury vinyl plank on sale now, plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or drexelin.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 55 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:46.
See Kid Rock live with John Party on Friday, June 19th at Ruoff Music Center. One huge night of country and rock you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now at WIBC.com.
Kristi Noem, she appeared in front of, she was in front of the House committee yesterday, and before that she was in front of the Senate committee, and it went fine. It did not go fine. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. A lot of yelling, a lot of screaming. Nothing violent. A lot of just being absolutely super angry. And that was just Senator Tom Tillis.
Why am I disappointed with Secretary Noem? Because we're not going after enough people who did this damage at the expense of running numbers that Stephen Miller wants out of the White House. We just want numbers. We want 1,000 a day, 6,000 a day, 9,000 a day, because numbers matter, right? No, they don't matter. Quality matters, not quantity. Quality. And what we've seen is a disaster. Under your leadership, Ms. Noem, a disaster. What we've seen is innocent people getting detained that turn out are American citizens. I could talk about the culture that's been created here with Stephen Miller aiding and abetting. I heard first reports that he was the one that said it was a domestic terrorist situation where 2 people lost their lives in Minneapolis. I've heard that report. Maybe you can refute it. I don't know that we'll have time for you to respond because I'm giving you a performance evaluation here. I'm not looking for a response.
Tom Tillis, Republican, North Carolina. He's very angry and very performative. One can argue that Kristi Noem, as the face of the Department of Homeland Security, hasn't been great. I think it's a very, very acceptable argument. She's been overshadowed by Tom Homan. Yes, he seems to be far more competent, capable, and qualified in these things. And yes, the immediate statement of calling Renee Good a domestic terrorist fell flat. Renee Good is absolutely culpable in her death. She is. The idea that this is all ice is just as silly as the day is long. I still wanted the investigation to go forward. Was it a good shoot? To think that we're not going to notice what it is she did, how it is she acted, nonsense. And if Senator Tillis wants to do that, I'm looking forward to Senator Tillis being out. It's silly. It's embarrassing. You can scream all you want. It doesn't move the needle on reality. And when we take a look at ICE and DHS and their performance, once you get out of Minneapolis, you don't hear anything. We discussed this last week. 10,000 plus deportations out of New Orleans. Where's the footage? Where's the anything? It's not there. There's no there. Why is that, Senator Tillis? Maybe we should be looking at the concerted, coordinated, concentrated efforts of progressives and anti-American zealots in Minneapolis. But I think it's very acceptable to say of Kristi Noem, you have a leadership issue. I think it's very acceptable to ask questions of Stephen Miller. I don't think he's beyond reproach, not in the slightest. But when you tell me 2 people lost their lives, can we discuss what these 2 people were doing? To scream just they lost their lives is exactly what the left does without regard for the data behind it. And I think the data behind it is everything. Tom Tillis doesn't. Tom Tillis can go. Don't sit here and tell me, Senator Tillis, that you're engaged in this honestly, directly, properly. Not by any stretch, sir. Don't ask for the respect when you don't deserve it, because you're not being honest about the totality of the story, at least in that clip. But what else got said in this hearing yesterday? Well, there was this nugget from the Secretary, Kristi Noem.
Accompanied alien children were lost by the Biden administration, not tracked. We've located about 145,000 of them, and we've done that through the investigative work of our Homeland Security Investigations team. They are phenomenal at the work that they do, and they specialize in child trafficking, sex trafficking, and finding individuals that would perpetuate that harm against our children. The one thing that has been challenging is that under the Biden administration, the government paid sponsors in HHS in order to host these children. And those sponsors, many times, we found instances where they trafficked these children themselves. So under that administration, we not only had children that were in this country as a part of a program, the government was paying individuals that were knowingly trafficking them and abusing them. That has stopped. We have gone through and found these children and put them back with their families when we have the opportunity to do so, and with loved ones that will care for them. And I would say that even in one case, we have other countries where we've been working with them to get their children back home, where we've been prevented returning these families back and helping them to be reunified by activist judges. But we will continue to work to ensure that these individuals and these children that were abused by the trafficking over the border have the opportunity to be brought back to their families and to their loved ones going forward.
Did she just say, and I know that she did, that the Biden administration was paying individuals that they knew were trafficking children? Is that even possible? The Biden administration was paying people they knew were abusing kids. Now, nothing will surprise me about the Biden administration. Nothing will surprise me about how absolutely ugly these people are. That is one heck of a thing to say, and no one's going to talk about that. They're going to talk about how Tom Tillis yelled at her, and oh my gosh, and look at how ICE murdered 2 people. That isn't what happened. And we can discuss this honestly, or we can discuss this like leftists. That's our options. I'm going to discuss it honestly. I'm going to push back every single time. I'm going to demand that they engage properly. What did Renee Good and Alex Perry do to contribute to their own deaths? And then what did ICE do? How did they act? And is that according to their training? It's as simple as that. Because I find that in other cities, you don't have any issues at all, which is a huge part of this story. But the Biden administration was okay with sex trafficking or child trafficking or any kind of movement like this, the abuse of children. Let's see if the left gives a damn about that. Matt Baer has traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony, looking at eastbound 70 at State Road 39, everything blocked right now, so it's shut down with traffic diverting at State Road 39. Now, from the closure point, we're backed up several miles, okay? So you're going to want to begin your reroute at Little Point Road if it's all possible. Also, looking at the northeast side, southbound 465, crash at Fall Creek that blocks 2 left lane stops us on to 69 back to 96. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
Hey, what's going on? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. And I'm not going to lie to you. I needed help. I got a bald spot in the back of my head, and it's embarrassing. I see it when I'm on television. I see it when I'm on the YouTube channel. So I decided to reach out for help. And my friends at We Grow Hair Indie decided to help me out here. These guys are the absolute best. I was a little leery about it. I could not have a procedure that, one, hurt, or two, left me looking like I'd been scalped. But after I talked with Darren and the entire team at We Grow Hair Indie, they told me their state-of-the-art technology, the progress made in hair growth, it's going to be okay. If I can do this, you guys can do this. Contact the team at We Grow Hair Indie, 317-522-2995. That's 522-2995. Get that free evaluation. It's free. You can also go online to WeGrowHairIndie.com. Contact them today and do this with me. WeGrowHairIndie.com.
Groceries, gas. Just about everything you can buy comes with a tax on it. No matter what, the government's always there to take their cut of your cash. Your money belongs to you. That's why Congressman Jim Baird joined with President Donald Trump to pass historic legislation to ensure you keep more of your hard-earned cash. According to the White House, Congressman Baird's vote means Americans will receive a tax cut, saving over $10,000 every year. They'll get no taxes on tips for workers. And families will receive permanent increases to child tax credits and expanded child care access. That means bigger paychecks, a stronger economy, and more prosperity across our nation. To learn more about how President Trump and Congressman Jim Baird are saving American families money and putting money in your wallet, call Congressman Baird's office at 317-563-5567 or visit baird.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
When you've got a tough to-do list to tackle, you need the right equipment to keep you moving forward. At Koenig Equipment, we're making it easy with our ready-to-go John Deere tractor packages. Get the tools you need for mowing, lifting, hauling, and more. One comprehensive package at one straightforward payment. Powerful, simple, built for jobs that need doing. When your land is counting on you, you can count on Koenig.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yep.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $160 more.
See store for details.
The U.S. and Israel keep up the attacks in Iran.
93 WIBC.
Dozens of targets across Iran's capital were struck overnight.
What happens next?
Residents woke to find more government-linked buildings reduced to rubble.
Happens here.
The concern about fuel shipments have lifted prices of oil and gasoline.
Stay in the know.
National average for regular up 9 more cents this morning, 20 cents in 2 days.
While you're on the go.
Flooding after record-breaking rainfall last night.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Good Thursday morning. Coming up in 2 minutes, how much rain have we picked up? We'll talk to the National Weather Service. Why an Indianapolis attorney will be facing a judge in a way that he's not used to, and what's going on with the IU basketball team. Those stories and more after Fox News from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios. 93 WIBC, WIBC HD 1, Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
A new threat from Iran.
I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. After the U.S. sank a warship in international waters with a torpedo, Iran's foreign minister posted on social media today the U.S. will come to bitterly regret the precedent set, calling it an atrocity at sea.
Abbas Araghchi says the vessel was a guest of the Indian Navy and was attacked without warning. Meanwhile, a senior Iranian cleric has appeared on state TV to call for the shedding of blood from Israelis and President Trump. Still no official word on who'll be selected as the Islamic Republic's new supreme leader.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. Now, Iran did launch more missiles into Israel this morning that were shot down. There are reports of explosions in Qatar and Bahrain. As the U.S. and Israel keep up the attacks, Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv.
A senior Israeli official telling Fox News today over the phone that the regime is now having trouble communicating and coordinating as Israeli and American strikes go after the IRGC leadership structure and the entire mechanism of repression. It's referred to the organization that cracked down on protesters earlier this year.
Now, Democrats keep trying to limit President Trump in Iran.
In their blind hatred of the president, just being opposed to anything that he wants to do.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune, as Republicans blocked a war powers resolution the House will vote on today. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Regime change wars have never worked out for the American people and have cost thousands of lives.
Oil prices are rising more. Another 6-cent increase also at the gas pump. AAA's national average for regular $3.25 per gallon this morning, up 26 cents in 3 days. Well, in a new Fox News poll,
37% rating the U.S. economy as poor, while 7% describe it as excellent and 23% as good. More than half of those polled, 57%, rating their personal finances as only fair or poor.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin, and the approval rating for President Trump only at 43% in that poll. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
There's several inches of this and more is on the way. Rain is falling in downtown Indianapolis where it's 56 degrees. We're headed to 63. Flooding already happening in some areas with warnings in place until 8:15. A wider flood watch lasts through noon, especially for low-lying spots. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02.
We're going to have more rain pushing through during the day. As we get into the late afternoon, evening hours, at least the coverage overall should start to weaken a little bit.
That's forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
Here at the office since 1 a.m. this morning, over the last 3 days, we've had a little over 3.5 inches. So it's definitely been a very rainy stretch. But we know some portions of the area, especially south of Indianapolis, have received more than 4 inches and even the 5-inch range.
Updike says temperatures tomorrow could climb to close to 80 degrees. Former college football coach Lou Holtz died Wednesday at 89. Jake McDaniel has the story.
Holtz coached at Notre Dame from 1986 to 96, where he led the Fighting Irish to a national title in 1988 and a school record 23-game winning streak. His coaching career spanned 33 seasons across 6 different colleges. After retiring from coaching, Holtz became a college football analyst for ESPN. He died in Florida, surrounded by his family. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The average price for gas across Indianapolis right now is about $3.30 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. An Indianapolis attorney now charged with a felony theft in a case involving Hamilton Southeastern football player, a former Hamilton Southeastern football player named Mason Alexander.
I think it was just a little puzzling that someone would do that.
And that attorney, James Masur II, is now charged with theft, criminal mischief, and aiding or inducing unauthorized entry into a car. Mason Alexander died last March when the car he was riding in hit a tree and caught fire. A week later, prosecutors say the family's attorney went to Miller's Towing and pushed an employee to move parts of that car, a black box, out of the car and electronics tied to the car's black box. The IU men's basketball team completed its final regular season game at home this year with the win over Minnesota. Here's John Herrick.
On a Wednesday night at Assembly Hall, where Indiana's 6 seniors were honored, the Hoosiers led almost the entire game and won 77-47. IU head coach Darren DeVries says he was proud of his team for never taking their foot off the gas.
We talked a lot about, hey, that lead is at 15 and being able to extend it and push it out so you don't get in a situation where it's down to 8, with 14 minutes to go in the half, and now you're in a fight.
They finished the regular season on Saturday at Ohio State as they try to secure an NCAA tournament bid. John Herrick, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Purdue got a much-needed win against Northwestern last night, 70-66, the final score. The 15th-ranked Boilermakers snapping a 2-game losing streak. They end the season at home Saturday, right before the Big Ten tournament starts next week. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:05, traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear? Good morning.
Good morning, Ryan. Check it out. Eastbound 70 at Hendricks County. Still stopped from State Road 39 for several miles back past Hazelwood, and that is because of an earlier jackknife semi-trailer. Traffic right now exiting to State Road 39. I'm also told at the moment that we're able to get some traffic through, so that is a fluid situation. On the northeast side, southbound 465 crash at Fall Creek. 2 left lanes are blocked and traffic is stopped back to Allisonville Road. North side westbound 465 crash approaching Michigan Road, and that has us backed up to Ditch. Traffic sponsored by Text Now. Some people still pay $100 a month for phone service. Text Now gives you 5G without the 5-figure commitment. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited freedom to switch things up. Try Text Now today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We've got some of that steady rain moving through, even a few pockets of thunderstorms south of Indianapolis. Could see maybe a little bit of some small hail possible in southern sections of the state. We're going to go with some of that rain beginning to end in the next couple of hours. It'll turn more spotty into the afternoon. It's going to be warm, though, 66 for a high. Down to 54 degrees tonight, a few isolated showers, and then on Friday, a spotty shower or thunderstorm possible, warm, and we're talking about record readings. Highs around 76. The record is 75. Overnight Friday into early Saturday morning, some strong to severe thunderstorms could be possible. Saturday, 68. Dry on Sunday with highs in the lower 60s.
So lots of rain, lots of warmth that you can't enjoy, and then possibly some sunshine, maybe.
Wow, you could be a meteorologist.
No kidding. I've met Marcus Bailey. Anybody can be a meteorologist.
Fact.
What are you talking about? I mean, let's not, think that I don't have the skill set to make that happen. Then again, people have met Tony Kinnett, and it's like anybody can be a radio host. I don't know why I picked Kinnett. I could have picked anybody. I could have picked anybody on the station. I decided to throw shade at Kinnett.
Nigel, anybody.
That is rude. Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. over at Daily Signal as well. Be sure to check them out. Man, just throwing bombs. That's what's happening right here. Tara Hastings, you are appreciated. Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you for everything. We still have that rain, and right now it's 50 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:08. I think I chose well for the TK Tony Katz Thursday Music Moment. Be sure to get that at 8:35. I almost went full jazzy. I did almost go full on jazzy. I'll tell you about that coming up in a little bit. But supply chains being disrupted makes perfect sense. But this is the other side of engaging in Iran and taking out the Ayatollah. You have massive issues in the Straits of Hormuz. You are going to have issues with other products flowing all about. One thing does have an effect on another thing. So as we have the reporting right now, semiconductors out of Asia, pharmaceuticals from India, fertilizers that come from the Middle East, supply chains are going to be disrupted. Costs will go up. We already know that gas prices were going to go up. I think the average is now $3.26. I had predicted $3.10, but I said I could be wrong. It's higher than I thought it would be. How long will that last is the question. Yesterday, markets were up. Right now, futures are down 141. There's going to be this for a while, and the administration had to know this was coming. That's why all of this good data that has come out over the last week, which has been sufficiently buried, post the State of the Union, Trump back to a positive place in popularity, in approval rating, as people seeing numbers of gas come down and saying the economy is feeling a little bit better. This messes those things up. It does. We'd be fools to think otherwise. The question I can't answer is the depth. How deep does it go? How long does that last? And what if they're not on the things that I'm using? Does a supply chain disruption in fertilizer affect me? I may not see it. And so that is worth noting. An issue with gas prices going up is something everybody sees. And when gas prices go up, shipping costs go up, and you feel it on multiple items that you're purchasing on the daily or on the weekly. How quickly can that get stabilized? That's the question that this administration has got to be racing to answer. And things get stabilized when there are no more rockets firing. Even if there's disruption regarding what the government's going to look like in Iran, if the rocket's no longer firing and they get the oil back online, everything else can work itself out. And we should at least, I think it would be correct to say, this is, on that side of it, on this economic side of it, this is the fight that we're fighting. How quickly can you get the regime to stop being able to fire a rocket? So far, according to the reports, the degradation of their capabilities has been stunning. Now it has to be complete. If you want things to settle down in the American economy and you want to get oil moving to get gas prices down again, so the Trump administration could say, slight disruption, we're back to your regularly scheduled programming, everything's great. Let's see. We're on day 6 we're on day 6. We're on day 6. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Xfinity Tech Support. Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep. The combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still. You're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Discover a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Pella of Indianapolis provides window and door replacement with products you can trust. For a limited time, call 833-87-PELLA or visit PellaIndy.com/radio and get 24% off Pella products. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
The tournament looms. The bracket picture tightens. And every game carries more weight. He had it! The Big Ten doesn't give second chances.
We're playing great basketball. We want to keep it rolling.
And March doesn't forgive mistakes.
Indiana has pulled it off.
If you want better seating, if you want momentum, you earn it now. IU meets Ohio State, Saturday at 5:30 on the home of the Hoosiers, 93 WIBC.
Traffic on the fives, Matthew Bear. He's a heck of a guy. He's in the WIBC traffic center. Send fresh fruit. He's hungry this morning. Matt, what's going on?
All right, good morning, Tony. Check it out. Southbound 465 on the northeast side. Crash at Fall Creek. 2 left lanes are blocked and traffic is stopped onto I-69. This backs up southbound 69 well past 106th Street. That's going to be a 10-minute delay just to make it to the ramp. Looking at the north side, westbound 465 before Michigan Road. Right lane is blocked because of a crash. Stop and go traffic. Back to US 31 Meridian. Northbound 65 south side. Stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the south split. It's a construction zone. Eastbound 70 has reopened in Hendricks County as State Road 39 is just taking a minute for the traffic to clear out. I have to wake some people up. You know how it goes. Traffic sponsored by Text Now. Some people still pay $100 a month for phone service. Text Now gives you 5G without the 5-figure commitment. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited freedom to switch things up. Try Text Now today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:16. Gearing up for the popcorn moment. Brought to you by Booher. Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's in your 4 walls, you call Booher, and then they come and they make it look pretty. That's basically what they do. Actually, they create value for your life by creating function in your life. That's what they do. Your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement, it makes no difference. What is the area of your house you would like to be able to utilize? You want better flow or better space in the kitchen? You want a bathroom that was, designed this century? How about a basement that you can actually walk into and be like, hey, it doesn't smell musty down here. It's not gross down here. I'm not afraid down here. Is that a giant cobweb? You don't need any of that. You need your house to work for you. And that's what Booher does. Helps you make your house work for you. The best materials, Booher Remodeling. The most skilled craftsmen, Booher Remodeling. The highest quality brand names you know and trust. Installed by professionals and will last. And they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Booher is fantastic people. Cannot wait to have you talk to them. Can't wait to see what it is you create. Booher Remodeling. Talk to them today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is so much more. On this war, which of course is the front and center subject, I wish, as I have stated, that we could have people discussing things honestly and rationally. I pay no mind to the anti-Israel zealots. They don't mean anything to me. The anti-Semites who fill my social media feeds, I'm still right here. I don't care. I mean, they're all gross, but if they think they're going to stop me, no chance. Nothing is. Nothing is. And as I have stated, these are the people who get so ginned up that they move to very violent means. Like all of us, we're always concerned. Stop? No. Taking out the Ayatollah is a good thing. The change that we're seeing around the world is a good thing. The end of so-called UN diplomacy, a good thing. There's a lot of viciousness out there, a lot of foolhardiness out there every day. And I don't think that it will do any of us any good to fall for it. If we could have a conversation about the value here, do we agree or disagree that there is a value to taking out the Ayatollah and the regime? That would be an acceptable conversation. I favor it. Instead, we have people like Senator Richard Blumenthal, who lied about his Vietnam service, on MS Now, which lies about everything else. Oh, that's rude, Tony. They don't lie about everything else. They just work very, very hard not to tell a total story. There you go. That's better. Well, this is his take.
I want to start by asking you about that vote. Tell us how you expect it to go.
I'm sad and angry, Nicole, because I anticipate that the Senate will fail to approve the Iran War Powers Resolution that would impose constitutional restraint on the President of the United States. The Constitution requires that Congress approve a war, and the President's called it a war, the Secretary of War has called it a war, and yet, sadly, my Republican colleagues are failing to show the backbone and spine that is necessary to impose constitutional restraints and pull back from an expanding, burgeoning war that threatens to put American sons and daughters in harm's way.
It's a cowardly statement from what I believe is a cowardly man, a weak man. Senator Richard Blumenthal is a weak man. And Connecticut votes for weak people. Him and Chris Murphy, fantastic. My Republican colleagues are failing to show the backbone and the spine that's necessary to pull back from war in Iran. The Ayatollah needs to go. That's the counter argument. You are too much of a coward, too much of a wimp to take out a regime that has been engaged in terrorism and killing of Americans, going back to 1979 and the hostage taking. That's you. And that's the conversation. This constant screaming about Republicans, the question is this a good idea or not, and discuss why. But if you want to argue that the president has violated the Constitution, it's simply not true. There is no factual basis for that statement. It is what the left says, and people like Nicole Wallace here and MS Now and CNN, they allow that lie to go forward. The War Powers Act is clear. The president does have this authority. Reported to Congress as he was supposed to, has 60 days to wind down operations. If it wasn't what the War Powers Act said, why would there be Democrats out there wanting a different War Powers Act or a change to this, saying that it should be wound down in 30 days? They know that he's got this authority, but they lie. Instead of honestly discussing whether or not this is of value, what is your position here? No, it's how do I attack Republicans? How do I attack Trump? And every part of that is weakness. Richard Blumenthal is a weak man. It's weakness. When you aren't willing to have the conversation out loud, you can disagree with the policy. These people are failing to show backbone. I reject that wholeheartedly. They're the only ones showing backbone. You're the one who reflexively goes into this place of Trump bad, so therefore I have to be opposed to it. You have no capacity to think. It's cowardly. It's small-minded. It is weak. It is disgusting and despicable and reprehensible. And you've told us that you don't deserve to be a part of the conversation. But this is where we're at. Reflexology. Is that the right word? Reflexive response. And not anything about thoughtfulness. Missiles are flying. We should be thoughtful. But I do notice, I saw from a lefty's lefty. She's a leftist influencer, and I don't know what she's ever done in her life, but I may not know her whole story. She posted, "We just blew up an Iranian ship in international waters and left all of the survivors to drown. This is who we are now. To which I responded, are all leftists new to war? These people are shocked that people are dying. Yeah. That's what's happening. And what I have learned from the left is that you don't have the stomach to make a country safe. You could not have won World War II. You could not have won World War I. You would have never engaged the revolution. You don't have the stomach for anything except your own demise. I didn't state that we couldn't discuss whether or not there's a value here. That's a worthy discussion. All Americans get to have. No one gets to tell you no. That the enemy will die? Yes. Yes, correct. I'll quote the movie Patton. You never want to be a martyr. You don't help your country by dying for your country. You help your country by making the other bastard die for his. You want to just keep taking hits. You want to see Americans keep getting killed. No. Is the left really this weak? And the answer is yes. But what they really are is so filled with Trump rage and rage against the political right that they want to destroy more than they want to destroy the terrorists. That they pretend that they don't know that in a conflict like this, the bad guy dies. The other problem is they consider America the bad guy. I mean, they not like us. Matt Bear's got traffic on the 5s. Matt, what's going on?
All right, Tony, looking at the northeast side, crash southbound 465 at Fall Creek. 2 left lanes are blocked. Traffic is jammed back to Allisonville Road. That delay is 21 minutes. This is also further backed up southbound 69, so we're running from 116th Street to 465 and doing it slowly. That delay at 16 minutes. Looking at the north side, crash westbound 465 before Michigan Road. The right shoulder is blocked. Traffic slow to 31 Meridian Street. In Hendricks County, eastbound 70 has reopened. That's State Road 39. It has taken a minute to clear out traffic. We have to wake up some of the drivers. And right now, eastbound 70 stopped after Little Point Road to Hazelwood. Traffic sponsored by Odoo.com. All your business apps in one place. Running a business is hard enough. Odoo makes it easier with one simple, all-in-one platform. Start today at Odoo.com, ODOO.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Indiana Senator Todd Young urging congressional oversight of Operation Epic Fury. It's Casey. Join us Thursday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, this is Spencer Thompson at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Now through Monday, March 16th, it's our tax time bonus sale. Save up to 50% off, plus we pay your sales tax on everything, and extra discounts for cash or 1-year interest-free financing. And don't forget, free delivery, saving you more. Hurry, sale ends Monday only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
Get the Dugan Air Premium Service Tune-Up for just $57. The Dugan Air experts won't just inspect, they will fine-tune your furnace to perfection with a detailed 27-point safety check. Plus, Dugan Air's no breakdown guarantee means you'll bask in comfort all winter long without worry. In Johnson County and South Central Indiana, experience the Dugan difference. Dugan Air is your American Standard Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer. Go DuganAir.com.
Premium service, no shenanigans.
At the IHSAA, we're proud to have partners who share our vision of building a strong Indiana. I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig.
And I'm Rafael Sanchez, Chief Impact Officer of Old National Bank, founded and headquartered in Evansville, Indiana. We couldn't be prouder of our Hoosier heritage.
And Hoosiers couldn't love high school sports more.
That's why it's important to us as a Hoosier bank to invest in high school sports. We offer financial literacy programs that help student athletes make educated financial decisions once their playing days are over.
The association is committed to keeping high school sports focused on education first. The life lessons we teach help student athletes develop both in the game and in life.
And that's a win for every Hoosier.
Thanks to partners like Old National Bank, the future of Indiana looks strong.
Support education-based athletics by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is investing in our future.
This is building up Indiana.
This is your IHSAA.
Meet Drexel Interior's new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What they say is rising fast. Rain is coming down in downtown Indianapolis where it's 56 degrees. We're headed up to 63. Flooding already popping up in a few spots this morning with warnings in place until 8:15. A broader flood watch runs here in Indianapolis through noon, especially for low-lying areas. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Here's a strong suggestion.
Don't go through flooded waters. You don't know how deep that is. So making sure that you're finding alternate routes if there is, roadways or bridges that are currently, underwater.
That's forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service Indianapolis. He says flooding is hitting hardest south of I-70 and along several rivers and creeks across central Indiana.
So if you're just near a floodplain, any kind of river valley, it's just making sure you're staying alert in case, a larger amount of rain in a short period ends up causing flash flood conditions.
And he says more rain is on its way today, and we will warm up to temperatures in the 80s, but rain will continue off and on through at least Friday night. The attorney retained by the family of Mason Alexander is facing criminal charges. Jarrett Lewis explains why.
The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office is saying that Indianapolis attorney James Macer, who was working for Mason Alexander's mother, went to the vehicle Mason was in with another HSC kid that crashed in March of last year because he thought he had permission to do so and wanted to retain the vehicle's black box. Fortunately, Hamilton County Prosecutor Josh Coker told WISH TV that the charges of theft, criminal mischief, and unauthorized entry of a motor vehicle against Macer are not expected to affect Alexander's case or Trey Williams' sentencing.
Very luckily, it didn't impact our evidence in that case.
Williams will plead guilty to reckless homicide next week. Macer has a jury trial set for July 15th. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A senior Israeli official says Iran's leadership is struggling to communicate and coordinate right now because Israeli and U.S. airstrikes keep coming.
The organization that cracked down on protesters earlier this year, we know that these strikes have targeted IRGC headquarters, their intelligence directorate, and the Basij headquarters. An Israeli fighter jet shooting down an Iranian plane over the skies of Iran, the first air kill for the Israelis since the 1980s.
Fox's Trey Yingst reporting, and college football has lost one of its most recognizable voices and leaders.
Hall of Fame coach Lou Holtz has died at the age of 89. Holtz guided Notre Dame to the 1988 National Championship, finishing a perfect 12-0 season and restoring the Irish to national prominence. Over a career spanning 6 programs, he compiled 249 wins and later became a familiar analyst on ESPN's college football coverage. Holtz coached the Irish from 1986 through 1996, winning 100 games in South Bend. Len Clark, Network Indiana.
And sports on WIBC, Purdue guard CJ Cox scored 21 of his 27 points in the second half as the 15th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers rallied to beat Northwestern last night 70-66. Head coach Matt Painter said the team stayed composed despite being down 11.
We rebounded the basketball well. Martinelli's a hell of a player. It's a tough matchup for us. Braden makes his free throws down the stretch, makes some plays there. We botched this last play right there. We wanted to be on top of that, but you got to hang in there, man. It's great to get a win.
And Purdue, Painter joining the Big Ten Network after the game. Trey Kaufman-Renn bounced back from a shoulder injury to pour in 11 and 10 rebounds. Indiana needed a win to stay alive for their NCAA tournament hopes, and they got it. They destroyed Minnesota 77-47 on senior night in Bloomington.
Defensively, that was about as good and connected, I thought, as we had been, just with our communication and taking away, some of the things we felt like we needed to do to limit them. And, so that was a really good performance, and I'm happy for those seniors to go out the way they did.
Head coach Darren DeVries, the Big Ten tournament starts next week, and the Pacers keep losing. They lost to the Clippers 130-107. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick, on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. What's shaking, Matt Bear?
All right, looking at eastbound 70 in Hendricks County, still stopped before State Road 39. Now the interstate did reopen. Traffic has not yet cleared out, still stopped for several miles between Little Point Road and Hazelwood. Hopefully you'll be on your feet here before too long. Now in Carmel, southbound Keystone Parkway. Crash reported at 106th Street, backed up to Maine. Southbound 465 on the northeast side. Crash at Fall Creek, blocking two left lanes, backed up past Allisonville Road, a 14-minute delay. Further slowing inbound 69. That's jammed before 106th Street to 465, delayed 13 minutes. On the north side, crash westbound 465 before Michigan Road 421. Right shoulder covered, traffic slow to Meridian 31. And on the south side, northbound 65, slow in spots from Southport Road to 465, and again before Raymond into the South Split. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 7:37.
By morning, the city woke beneath a new shadow, one that could not be ignored.
WIBC celebrates the spirit of 76, brought to you by the WIBC Daily Newsletter.
March 5th, 1776. Continental artillery now ringed Boston, including powerful guns positioned on Dorchester Heights. From the high ground, Washington's cannons commanded the harbor and the city below. British General William Howe immediately recognized the truth. Boston was indefensible. The siege had reached its breaking point. What months of stalemate could not accomplish, elevation and timing finally had. Britain's hold on Boston was finished. They just hadn't left yet.
The spirit of 76. History remembered. Freedom celebrated. Have the latest headlines and show content delivered to your inbox daily. Sign up at WIBC.com.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the Marketplace, finally, some respect. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. During downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show, I find myself on the Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. It is all there on the Marketplace. The Marketplace brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Fast, easy, free to use. Text my name, Tony, to 46220 to get started. Matt Bear joins me right now. He is from the WIBC Traffic Center. Are you a Rodney Dangerfield fan there, Matt Bear?
I came up with Rodney Dangerfield on the movies, not the stand-up, but I did enjoy the movies a lot.
Okay. So did you ever see his stand-up?
Yeah, but I was a kid, man. HBO would have those stand-up specials, and I know I just wasn't allowed to watch him because, it was foul.
I get it.
Dirty.
So I don't know if Dangerfield's comedy plays in today's America, in that the style was very, there's no long setup. The setup or the objective was joke. It was about the laughs, and he was very, very keen on supporting other comics and younger comics, and how you had to tape yourself. You think you killed. Go back and listen. Were you getting a laugh every 10 seconds? If you weren't, you didn't kill. Go back and he was very, very proactive on those things. So incredibly cool guy in that way. Did you know he had a board game?
No, he's a board game. Oh, fun.
So the thing that Rodney Dangerfield is most famous for is the line, "No respect. I don't get no respect." And my wife this, and Dr. Vinny Boombots that, and all the rest. There is a Rodney Dangerfield's game, No Respect, the board game, a nerve-wracking, number-stacking game of sudden death.
That's a hell of a tagline.
Tell me about it. Stay alive. And I had to look this up. I went to BoardGameGeek.com. That's a website. Stay alive by playing number tiles on your own columns or your opponent's columns to stop them. If you're the first to reach the top or the last to play a number, you win and everybody else is a loser.
That's what? I thought this would be like a comedy game.
No.
Like Cards Against Humanity or something like that.
No, this is a game of getting no respect and giving no respect. It's all about no respect. From 1985, Milton Bradley.
This is Battleship.
I know. It's not Battleship. It's not Battleship. There is, they think it was resealed, but there's a price tag on it of $14.99. And they're, nope. They're selling it for $20.
Of course, yeah. It's, yeah.
Just to put on the wall, are you going to buy the Rodney Dangerfield board game?
No, no, I don't want them to give it to me either. I don't want this. No, thank you.
I'm not going to purchase. I just want to say I'm not going to purchase it because there's a picture of Rodney on the cover, on the front of the box, and he's holding the tie and he's kind of looking at you, giving that Rodney look, and I don't want that staring at me.
It's a red tie, though. He could have gone to your event.
He could have gone. He could have gone to Trump 1 year later. People still talking about it, still getting emails. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Premier Arms, PA Jewelers, Defiance Beef, which gave out 150 pounds of ground beef, by the way.
Oh.
Everyone got a pound of frozen ground beef. True story. It was awesome. And Chimney Solutions, very, very cool people. They had the whole lounge there set up with the fireplace and everything else. It was fantastic. Fantastic. Chimney Solutions of Indiana. Great sponsors, great people, great time. And yes, he could have been there. But you're a no to this game.
No, I don't want fun. No, I don't want it.
Oh.
Pick up near 42nd and Emerson if you're in the area right now.
Yeah.
Watch for
is that
flooding.
easy to get to right now? How's the traffic going?
Watch for flooding. That's all I'm going to say. Watch those intersections. Turn around, don't drown.
So with that, and I honestly, there's a part of me that wants to get it, and then would like put it in the studio somewhere, just put it up, just a whole rod. That's very cool, but I don't know.
It could be like, I get no respect.
I don't know if I want him staring at me. It's very odd.
Staring at your back.
It's very weird. Check it out for yourself. Everything from the marketplace is at WIBC.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Are you within 5 years of filing for Social Security? You know, when you file impacts more than your benefits check. It could also impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and your Medicare premiums. Learn the best time for you to file for your benefits with a free customized Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. This analysis pinpoints exactly how you could get the most out of your benefits while considering the impact on your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and more. Go to yourretirementguy.com to schedule that analysis.
And it's absolutely free. If you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now by calling 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com.
You love spring in Indy, but you hate to paint, so do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino!
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Win your way into Yacht Rock Review. Enter now at WIBC.com for your chance to score a pair of tickets to see them live Saturday, September 12th at Ruoff Music Center. Don't miss the smoothest night of the summer. Enter at WIBC.com for your shot at tickets.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Barry, he's in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
All right, Tony, checking the northeast side southbound 465 at Fall Creek. Crash blocking 2 left lanes. Traffic stopped back to Keystone Avenue. A 22-minute delay. Inbound 69 delayed 14 minutes, 116th to 465. Carmel. Crash reported southbound Keystone Parkway before 106th. This has us backed up to Main Street. Crash north side, westbound 465 approaching 421 Michigan. That has the right shoulder blocked, and traffic is stop and go back to Meridian 31. Inbound 65 slows from 38th Kessler to 21st. South side northbound 65 jams before Southport Road up to 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank. On sale now, plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
55 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:46.
You've probably heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's not houses, cars, or anything like that. It's actually your money being held by the Indiana Attorney General's Office Unclaimed Property Division. We're talking forgotten wages, old bank accounts, refunds, insurance payouts, stock dividends, and more. Right now, nearly $1 billion is waiting to be claimed by Hoosiers just like you. Find out if some of it is yours. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today. It's fast, free, and easy.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Till Good RX wrote in, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
I'll put it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Pella of Indianapolis provides window and door replacement with products you can trust. For a limited time, call 833-87-PELLA or visit PellaIndy.com/radio and get 24% off Pella products. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
We brought up the other day that the superintendent of the Hamilton Southeastern School District, Patrick Mapes, was resigning. And said, that's odd. You've been on the job for 2 years. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. He had just gotten a 3-year contract extension just 6 months prior. 6 months ago, he got a 3-year contract extension, and now he's retiring. And we should be clear that the Hamilton Southeastern School District, we're talking about Fishers, has been a place of very aggressive progressivism in the schools. And that while you can tell me about how great the schools are, and they have great things about them, and I have no issue with the kids who go there or anything like that, those who have been supportive of the progressivism I have found to be amongst the most vicious and radical and ridiculous, signifying, of course, the depths of the problem. And it has been of great concern to me, who lives in the town next door in Carmel. It's a city. I called it a town. Could we just not? Of this coming here. And when I see things here, I do voice my concern just like you do. People of Brownsburg have been fighting this fight. It is a worthy fight anywhere you are to ensure that schools are engaged in education and not indoctrination. Nobody cares about a teacher's politics. Teach math. And any school that has allowed for walkouts because the students are opposed to ICE, the students don't get to be opposed to anything during school hours. You want to keep having this argument? Keep having this argument. The left looks ridiculous. They don't get to do this during school hours, and administrators who don't want to enforce that aren't necessary. Because the argument they're making is that the school is not necessary. The teacher shouldn't be treated like a professional. Their classroom assignments, their preparation, their actual education is meaningless. What matters is that the kids go out in the streets unsupervised and scream about ICE because some leftist told them to. Despicable behavior from superintendents, from administrators, from school boards all over Indiana and specific to our area. But Mapes resigned. It was very odd. And then comes a statement from Benjamin Orr, school board member, that Mr. Mapes brought more than 35 years of outstanding leadership to Hamilton Southeastern, identified and unanimously selected by our full board. He wrote this letter. He sent it out. Led districts across rural, suburban, and urban communities with unwavering professionalism, integrity, and a tireless focus on students first, winning local, state, and national awards along the way. It continues, make no mistake, our ongoing local drama, rooted in the inability to find common ground, ultimately drove him away. Despite his proven experience, our persistent meddling, undermining, accusations, and lack of trust made it impossible for him to lead effectively and refocus our district. We had an opportunity to benefit from his steady and experienced hand, but both internal and external forces pushed him away. He writes that he was elected in 2022, quote, to address the hyper-politicization that had overtaken the district during COVID. Families saw district communication calling America inherently racist. Policies asking staff to conceal a child's name, pronoun, or gender changes from parents. Students asking surveys, asking students to tally friends by race or sexual orientation, and even open opposition to law enforcement. Many of us, he writes, felt this culture crossed into indoctrination rather than education, didn't reflect our values. I campaigned to return the focus to strong academics, safe schools, and teacher support without political influence. I truly believe this would lower temperatures and restore culture we used to know. Superintendent Mapes stood with me in this endeavor. We were wrong. Fishers has a problem. And with all due respect, Mayor Fadness, you have been of no help here. And this will be remembered if you're seriously considering running for governor. Soon after our work began, writes Ben Orr of the school board, a group of tenacious partisan voices emerged, intent on revenge. They claim concerns about transparency, fiscal responsibility, nepotism, and tone, but those are not honest concerns. They just sound better to moderates and sell better than demanding a return to COVID times. They are deceptively raised to stir anger and build support for a single outcome, removing Superintendent Mapes, flipping the board, and returning to that ideology. I don't believe there's any doubt. I think that argument is clear, even before made so well by Mr. Orr, whom I don't believe I've ever met, although I have engaged in correspondence with. Just hey, what's going on kind of stuff. Full disclosure, I'm always that guy. Fishers has a problem. Hamilton Southeastern Schools has a problem. And this is not anything different than other school districts. Did you think the fight was over just because you got some people elected to the school board? It's not. The leftists are virulent. They are continuing. They do not stop. They do not rest. They do not sleep. They do not quit. And neither can you. Sorry, Mr. Mapes resigned. You don't get that option. These are your kids. This is our future. And these school boards and these progressives can't have it. And if we can't fix these schools, break them in two, stop sending your kids, starve them of money, let it die. I'll defend that position anywhere. Matt Bear has traffic.
Hendricks County eastbound 70. Now we have a stall before Hazelwood. This backs us up to Little Point Road. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear. Traffic on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today.
We had downsized. In that downsizing, my husband lost his man cave.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Deb.
My husband and I were at the home show and saw all these vendors with garage floor coatings. The one that stayed with us was Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is 4 times stronger than epoxy.
I'm the only one home. And so it's nice when well-dressed, clean-cut, respectful crew show up. That's what Galaxy sent.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, and driveways in as little as 1 day. And it comes with a lifetime warranty.
Warranties are real important for us. And to know that should there be an issue, Galaxy was standing behind us. That's pretty much what tipped us over to go with Galaxy.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook.
We are so proud to open our garage door.
We're out of this world.
Recalculating route. Estimated arrival time. Never.
For people with nasal congestion, snoring, or sleep apnea, finding a solution feels like a never-ending road trip.
First stop, my primary doctor. Then the pharmacy. Then a sleep specialist. Then an ENT.
What if there was just one destination for all your problems?
Welcome to Advent, your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care in one location. Over 95% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
You have arrived at Clear Breathing.
Hey, John, why so glum? I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Through their service, veterans have our backs. Now we should have theirs. Learn more at gotyoursix.org.
LD Smith Plumbing.
a dirty, stinking honest.
Save hundreds of dollars with free delivery plus low price guarantees on quality brand name furniture and mattresses.
Only at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
The U.S. and Israel keep up the attacks in Iran.
93 WIBC.
Dozens of targets across Iran's capital were struck overnight.
What happens next?
Residents woke to find more government-linked buildings reduced to rubble.
Happens here.
The concern about fuel shipments have lifted prices of oil and gasoline.
Stay in the know.
National average for regular up 9 more cents this morning, 20 cents in 2 days.
While you're on the go.
Flooding after record-breaking rainfall last night.
On air, online, and on Alexa.
Good Thursday morning. Coming up in 2 minutes, forecasters talking about flooding. When will the rain end? Indianapolis police searching for a murder suspect, went to a house and got a lot more than they bargained for. And fans and alumni remember a college football legend. After Fox News, from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
Iran is targeting Israel today over and over. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Just moments ago, missiles were soaring through the skies of Israel. We watched here as air defense systems were shooting down the incoming fire.
Fox's Trey Inks has a front row seat to the war in Tel Aviv.
This was the 5th round of incoming Iranian missiles since the middle of the night, sending the population here into bomb shelters.
Iran has also been going after neighboring countries. There have been U.S. facilities there, like Qatar, again targeted. As Iran's foreign minister warned on social media, the U.S. will bitterly regret sinking a warship in international waters with a torpedo. And as the U.S. and Israel keep attacking Iran,
we're doing very well on the war front, to put it mildly, I would say. Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15.
President Trump has conceded the U.S. military is being used a little bit more than he expected when he returned to office for his second term. But he says Operation Epic Fury is going so well because in strike after strike, multiple layers of regime leadership are being killed, to the point where every time there's a leader that comes up and wants to sort of take control, that person ends up dead.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House, concerned about fuel shipping being halted in the region as oil prices rising. Here in the U.S., the price of the gas pump has surged up 26 cents in 3 days. Democrats keep trying to limit the president in Iran, pushing a war powers resolution.
Our founders did not want to place the immense power over whether or not to go to war in the hands of just one individual.
But Senator Gary Peters and the Democrats lost. Republicans blocked the resolution. Senator Tim Sheehy tells Fox,
"This is no question Iran's start of this conflict. We are going to finish it, and all Americans should be happy about that."
Today, the House will vote on the resolution. Congress will also vote on Homeland Security funding, which Democrats have blocked for nearly 3 weeks, demanding immigration enforcement reforms. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Steady rain and a severe threat. Rain coming down right now in downtown Indianapolis, 56 degrees. Will go up to 63. A flood warning in effect for the next 14 minutes. A wider flood watch runs through noon, especially for low-lying areas. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02. In addition to the steady rain today, Indiana could see a severe threat tomorrow.
And potentially as it kind of pushes through early Saturday morning. So it isn't your typical time of day. And so the higher risks are a little bit further west, but that doesn't mean there isn't a risk here. Right now we have a level 1 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center for Friday night into Saturday morning.
Forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service Indianapolis says there is a small chance for tornadoes, and he says flooding is hitting right now the hardest south of I-70 along several rivers and creeks across central Indiana. An attorney representing Mason Alexander's family is charged with removing evidence from a wrecked car without permission. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
It's the first time I've seen something like this happen with an attorney.
Chief Deputy John Lowe's of the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office says James Macer, the attorney retained by the family of former Hamilton Southeastern High School football star Mason Alexander, who died in a car crash in March of last year, is facing criminal charges of stealing items from the vehicle involved in that crash. He told Wish TV that Macer was never given permission to do such a thing.
I think it was just a little puzzling that someone would do that.
He's now charged with theft, criminal mischief, and unauthorized entry of a motor vehicle. The incident did not impact the plea deal of the driver involved in the crash, Trey Williams, who has agreed to plead guilty to reckless homicide. Jarrett Lewis, 93, WIBC Mobile News.
Indianapolis police say they were searching for a 17-year-old kid that was wanted for murder, a murder that was committed at a gas station in March of this year. And what they found when they went to the home where that kid was at, they found 3 young kids exposed to fentanyl. They also found 90 pounds of cocaine, 3 people taken into custody at that home, multiple charges, and they did get Tyreek Rhodes and charged him with murder and attempted murder. Remembering a college football legend.
My first game at Notre Dame ever was his first game coaching. And when I said that anecdote to him decades later at a fundraiser, he's like, the Michigan game, we was robbed. And he was, fantastic. He was always St. Lou in our house.
That's Rick Podrowski speaking with WSB TV in South Bend, reflecting on the news of former college football coach Lou Holtz passing away at the age of 89.
Holtz guided Notre Dame to the 1988 National Championship, finishing a perfect 12-0 season and restoring the Irish to national prominence. Over a career spanning 6 programs, he compiled 249 wins and later became a familiar analyst on ESPN's college football coverage. Holtz coached the Irish from 1986 through 1996, winning 100 games in South Bend. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And Holtz is survived by his 4 children. And Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Alec Pierce is approaching the end of his rookie contract year.
I love Indy. I've loved playing there. Great organization, great people in the city. Just a ton of support.
But we may not ever see Pierce in a Colts uniform again. He joined Up and Adams and said that he deserves to be a free agent. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Check it out, eastbound 70 at Hendricks County. The crash and closure at State Road 39, that's gone. Then we had a stall before Hazelwood, and that just cleared as well. Still 2 miles of stop traffic between Little Point and Hazelwood, but that is beginning to clear up. On the northeast side, southbound 465 crash at Fall Creek, 2 left lanes blocked, traffic jammed to Keystone Avenue for a 27-minute delay. This is backed up inbound 69, and it is stopped right now for 116 to 465, a 25-minute delay for those exiting to 465. Carmel, southbound Keystone Parkway, crash reported before 106, stopped to Main Street, and then westbound 465 on the north side just hit the brakes from Meridian past Ditch Road, crash reported before Michigan. Traffic sponsored by Discover. Do you know what's accepted at 99% of the places to take credit cards nationwide? If you guessed Discover, you guessed right. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV, meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We still have some rain out there. I think it'll begin to move off to the east of us in the next couple of hours and then turn more scattered in nature for the afternoon. It's going to be breezy. Winds may gust around 20 miles per hour with highs into the mid-60s. Tonight, cloudy skies. A few isolated showers. Lows will be in the mid-50s. And then incredibly warm on Friday. We're going to look for record high temperatures around 76 Friday afternoon. Can't rule out a spotty shower or thunderstorm that could be possible. Better chance late Friday night into Saturday as a cold front moves in. Saturday's high 68, and finally going with some dry weather and sunshine on Sunday with highs in the lower 60s.
Yes, dry weather on Sunday, but until then, we all have to learn how to swim.
Yes, get your kayak or canoe.
Right, yeah, that's it. Get yourself a kayak or a canoe, everybody.
Paddle your way to work.
Perfect. It's like, what did I even say?
I don't know.
And you're already giggling.
I don't know. Because I realized how ridiculous I sound.
Yeah, well, try doing 2 shows a day.
Right.
I can point you to a lot of people who are like, Tony sounds ridiculous all the time.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go do some radio now.
Okay, I'm going to go do TV.
Oh, well, somebody's fancy. Way to one-up me. I've just got radio and video and all the kittens in the chat room who were thrilled to have met you on Saturday. They were.
Well, hello to those folks.
They were like, that's Tara Hastings. She's a TV star. That's what they said. That's what they said.
Ooh, thank you. Love them.
We all do. We all do. Tara Hastings, I got to go. Wish TV meteorologist, 56 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:09. Bring on the new food vendors at the Indianapolis International Airport. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. There's going to be an incubator space for emerging indie culinary talent. This, according to yourcurrent.com. Who's doing this? Steve Oakley. Okay. You have my full attention. At the stating of Mr. Oakley. James Beard Award winner. Offering many local culinary favorites that give a sense of nostalgia with a fun twist. I'm willing to bet there's a tenderloin on the menu. Daredevil Brewing is going to be heading there. Java House Bistro will be there. Recipes that are created by Chef Oakley will be connected. And a redesign for Shapiro's Deli. I dig it. I dig it. This will be the end of 2026. Shapiro's will be redone and reset in late 2027. I like Shapiro's. I like Brian Shapiro. Great story. I like sending people there. Can I tell you, I have a slight issue with the idea of a massive kind of sandwich before getting on a plane. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if other people do. But every time I'm in the airport, people are there doing their thing, eating up and being happy. This is all cool stuff. I want to know what's going to be more available before you go through security. Right? I like what they did with the whole Pacers thing there. But I'd like to see if we can get more from that. It's not the lobby, the concourse? It's called the concourse? I don't know. I don't know much about airports. But that area, I'd like to see some more development in that, if we could. It'd be great. Thank you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Chuck Lofton, here to talk to you about my friends at Exercise Inc. Exercise Inc. is the 20-minute, once-a-week workout program that will change your life. My wife Mary and I have been clients for 6 years. The program has worked well with my busy schedule. I was getting cardio, but I started the program because I understood the importance of strength training to overall health. It's helped me with managing my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. The biggest help? My sluggish feeling was replaced with much-needed energy. It's designed to help clients get stronger in a shorter period of time. The studios are private, just you and your coach working to reach your goals. Exercise Inc. has 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now Fishers. So take it from me, Chuck Lofton. Improve the forecast for your health. Go to exerciseinc.com today to request a free consultation.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Spring is fast approaching and a great time for a new Lincoln at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. 0% financing is back. That's right, 0% for 48 months on new Corsair, Nautilus, and Aviator. Plus 0% for 36 months on new Navigator. With these rates, it's absolutely the best time to buy. Be sure to check them all out at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers. Our family serving yours since 1972.
0% APR for 48 months on 2026 Lincoln Corsair, Nautilus, and Aviator. 0% APR for 36 months on 2025 Lincoln Navigator. Subject to credit approval. Offers end 3/31/26. See dealer for complete offer details.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, he's in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
All right, Tony, northeast side crash, southbound 465 at Fall Creek, blocking 2 left lanes. That backs us up to Keystone Avenue. That delay is 17 minutes. Now inbound 69 slowing further from 116th Street to 465 because of that crash, and that's a 28-minute delay. Eastbound 70, we had a crash enclosure at State Road 39. That is gone, as well as the stall around Hazelwood, but we are still stopped before Little Point Road for about 3 miles, and that's slowly clearing up, I am told. Also, northbound 465 on the east side, stop and go traffic from 70 up to Penn Pike, and in Carmel, southbound Keystone Parkway, crash reported before 106, stop to 126th Street. Traffic sponsored by Aleve. Traffic and body pain can slow you down, but don't let the pain stop you. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of pain relief so you can keep moving. Use as directed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
56 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel Show. And if clutter is taking over your home or your business, it's time to call Rubbish Works. They handle residential and commercial cleanouts, garages, basements, offices, even construction debris, furniture, appliances, junk, you name it. You just point, and they do the heavy lifting. Use the promo code HAMMER to get $25 off. Book right now at rubbishworks.com. 317-207-2749. Tell them Hammer sent you.
It starts with one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to explain in due time. All I know, time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings.
And also, because Spain is a member of the EU, does that at all put a wrinkle in the president's plan for a trade embargo with them?
With respect to Spain, I think they heard the president's message yesterday loud and clear. And it's my understanding over the past several hours they've agreed to cooperate with the U.S. military. And so I know that the U.S. military is coordinating with their counterparts in Spain. But the president expects all of our European allies, of course, to cooperate in this long sought-after mission, not just for the United States, but also for Europe, to crush the rogue Iranian regime that, again, not only threatens America, but also threatens our European allies as well.
Spain, Ireland, the UK, these are disappointing places. And I think that one of the things that's extremely important is that we start aggressively rethinking what it is to be an ally and who it is we want to work with. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. We think of these countries as these advanced places and these important places, and my gosh, they're so necessary to our safety and security. I don't believe any of that true. The rethink is very, very necessary. Now, there is reporting that Kurds are now moving into Iran on the ground to take on the Iranians. Thousands of Kurdish fighters launching a ground offensive. The Kurds, you know more of in their issues with the Turks. There are Kurds in Iran as well. We're getting into sects, ethnic groups, the Kurdish people. This is, I don't know do you argue that this is something through, is this an Ottoman Empire conversation? No, I don't think so. But there's what they would call a Kurdish diaspora in parts of Turkey, parts of Iran, in the Caucasus, Azerbaijan, Armenia, those areas. The Kurds are widely spread out. And one of the things that can be said is there's a great number of them absolutely willing to fight. So, as is reported, the coalition of political forces of Iranian Kurdistan, I didn't know that was such a thing. Kurdish armed groups based in Iraq have already begun a military offensive against Iranian regime forces. Quote, the ground military movements by Kurdish forces against Iran have already started since the midnight of March 2nd. Now, I have heard other reporting that there hasn't been that much movement. Then I came across the Jerusalem Post that hundreds of Kurdish fighters have launched a ground offensive in Iran, and officials are denying the reports. You know that conversation about like fog of war, and this is a little bit of it. I can't tell you with specificity who's being mobilized, how they're being mobilized, where they're connected. I can point you to the Daily Mail. Ground invasion launched against Iran as thousands of U.S.-backed Kurdish fighters stormed the border. I'm hoping that we know more today, that we're able to get an idea today. And then, of course, the conversation of how are these people armed? It is acceptable to note that very often we have armed groups of people to help us with moment A, and they have become an issue for us in moment B. And this is where people say this is why we don't want to be interventionist. I don't think that argument is a bad argument. I think the argument that somehow Iran is not a threat under this regime is a horrifyingly stupid argument made out of ignorance and a hatred for Trump and an absolute fear of a fight. Fear is not the worthy value here. Well, Iran wasn't an imminent threat. I defy these people to explain imminent. Define imminent. Was it the looking at creating a weapon, or was when the weapon was just about an inch from your nose? At what moment is it imminent? You're walking down the street and a guy wants to punch you in the face. When is the threat imminent? When he's coming towards you, or when his fist is an inch from your nose? At what moment is it imminent? It's such a silly, childlike argument. And I'm happy to dismiss it and push it to the side and tell those people they're not properly engaged in the conversation. The Iranian regime is terrorism for years. It has to end, and it should have ended years ago. Then you see this story of a Marine protesting aggressively at the Capitol. and he is getting physically removed, and he's in his dress uniform, and he is screaming and he is yelling, "We shouldn't be fighting a war for Israel." Oh, you yuts. Good God. This is wrong, and nobody wants to fight for Israel. They're not fighting for Israel. It's a stupid argument. You want me to go further? I'll gladly go further. Israel's going to make the moves that it makes, and sometimes we're going to be in agreement, and sometimes we're going to be in disagreement. But Iran has always been a threat to its own people, a threat to the United States, a threat to the world at large. You now have this situation in Gaza where you've got multiple nations wanting to rebuild. They don't want the Iranian threat, and the moment came and we took it. That's what happened. Screaming, "We don't want a war for Israel," is nonsense, stupid talk. Do you think I care if you wear the uniform? It's still nonsense, stupid talk. Well, Israel's always claiming that Iran is threatening nuclear this and is always moments away from a nuclear weapon because they keep working at it. And the Iranian nuclear program, well, I should say what the Obama administration put into place, the Iran nuclear deal, the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, was bullcrap. It didn't stop them from getting a nuclear weapon. We're 12, 15 years past this. What are we talking about? The ignorance, the full-on stupidity to think that had a value. Not you. Those unserious children. So at one moment, and this guy is fighting, the police are trying to remove him. He's holding on to a door jam. Senator Tim Sheehy, former Navy SEAL, jumps up and helps remove this guy from the Senate Armed Services Subcommittee hearing. The guy who interrupted is a guy by the name of Brian McGinnis. He's now running a third-party campaign for Senate in North Carolina. Oh, well, that makes even more of this interesting. What made this kind of fascinating is this guy is fighting. He's holding onto a door jam, and his left hand got caught in a door. And the police and Sheehy are trying to pull him. His left hand is caught in the door. And all of a sudden you hear people saying, "Oh my gosh, his hand. Oh, they broke his hand." No. This guy broke his own damn hand. You fought being removed from the room. You broke your own hand. Renee Good didn't listen to the police. She engaged the moment that led to her own death. I'm sick and tired of weak people who don't understand consequences of physical actions. I didn't say he couldn't protest. I didn't say he couldn't disagree. And if you yell in a hearing room, you're going to get removed. You fought back against police and something bad happened to you. That's on you. And the left has no place for this. They can't fathom this. And it's a real issue about weakness. A real issue. Somehow these people can act any way they want, and we have to just sit there quietly. They can block the roadway, and we can't do anything about it. They can destroy artwork, and we just have to take it. And the answer is no. You do this to yourself. If you block the roads, you should expect to get harmed. If you destroy artwork, you should expect to get harmed. If you're protesting, no harm should come to you whatsoever. You fight back against police, you should expect that you're going to get hurt. The left can't handle this, so they don't accept this. It's all so awful. Dear Lord. These people couldn't win a war, couldn't win a fight, couldn't protect the nation. If their lives depended on it, and it won't be their lives, it'll be your lives. I'll get into more of this on Tony Katz today. Matt Bear has traffic.
Eastbound 70 still stopped for a couple of miles in Hendricks County. This is after Little Point Road. That's because of an earlier crash. It is cleared, and so did the stall. Northeast side crash. Southbound 465 at Fallen Creek. 2 left lanes are blocked. Traffic is jammed past Allisonville Road for a 23-minute delay. Further slows inbound 69, 23-minute delay. 116th Street, 2465. Carmel crash. Southbound Keystone Parkway before 100 106, backed up to 126th Street. Crash westbound 465 before Michigan Road, slows us down to ditch. And then south side, eastbound 465, a little bit tight around Arlington Avenue, northbound 65. Stop and go from Keystone into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pit friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Coming up on the Hammer and Nigel show, tickets to go check out Sting, plus former Mayor Ballard running for Secretary of State. All the fun starts at 3 o'clock, 93 WIBC. Are you within 5 years of filing for Social Security? You know, when you file impacts more than your benefits check. It could also impact your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and your Medicare premiums. Learn the best time for you to file for your benefits with a free customized Social Security analysis from Bill Demery, your retirement guy in Indy. This analysis pinpoints exactly how you could get the most out of your benefits while considering the impact on your taxes, IRA, and 401k withdrawals, spousal benefits, and more. Go to yourretirementguy.com to schedule that analysis.
And it's absolutely free. If you've saved more than $200,000 and have not yet filed for Social Security, schedule that free analysis right now by calling 317-648-5120. 317-648-5120 or go to yourretirementguy.com.
Spring is right around the corner, and we bet you're excited for warmer weather, but as temperatures rise, make sure that your energy bills don't. Keep those cooling costs low with Window Nation's high-quality, energy-efficient products. Simply request a consultation where their experts will visit your home, spot problem areas, and make recommendations. Your customized windows can be installed in a day. Once completed, your home will be shielded from outside hot air while you remain cool and comfortable inside throughout the spring and summer.
There's no better time to upgrade your home with Window Nation. In March, the more you buy, the more savings you could enjoy. Up to 50% off all window styles. And be sure to ask about Window Nation's generous financing options, including $0 down, payments as little as $199 a month. Visit windownation.com. Get that free consultation today. That's windownation.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
53 votes wasn't enough. Rain starting to slow down in downtown Indianapolis. Right now we're at 55 degrees, going up to 63. They have extended the flood warning that was in effect until 8:15. Now it's in effect until 9. A flood watch remains in effect until noon. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 8:31. The U.S. Senate didn't pass a measure yesterday that would have limited President Trump's ability to take military action against Iran. 53 senators supported it, but that fell short of the 60 votes needed.
America will be the greatest, most unquestioned, unmatched power in the world. And it means we will defend American lives. And yes, we will avenge American blood. Iran has waged war against the American people, this regime, for 47 years.
Stephen Miller, White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, earlier in the day, the Pentagon confirmed the U.S. Navy had torpedoed an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean near Sri Lanka. President Trump also suggesting that the Texas Republican running for Senate without his endorsement should drop out. He posted on True Social that the GOP primary in Texas cannot be allowed to go on any longer. His comments came after the primary between Attorney General Ken Paxton and Senator John Cornyn went to a runoff Tuesday. Political leaders on Capitol Hill taking a closer look at Minnesota's fraud problem.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison in the hot seat before the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, taking up the state's ongoing fraud crisis.
You knew this was happening. You chose to do nothing about it, and in some cases, you even enabled it.
South Carolina GOP Rep Nancy Mace said at least $9 billion is alleged to have been stolen across at least 14 government programs in Minnesota since 2018, with dozens charged and convicted. Ellison and Walz denying any wrongdoing.
There's undoubtedly more to do. We'll continue to do the important work of combating fraud.
Fox's Jeff Manasso reporting. Lou Holtz, the college football coach who led Notre Dame to a national title in 1988, died yesterday at 89.
Devastating news. Big Lou Holtz fan myself. Read his autobiography, wins, losses, and lessons. Just really picked up some, great stories from his coaching days and just the legacy he left on campus.
That's Gianna Petrillo speaking to WSB TV in South Bend. Holtz passed away in Orlando, surrounded by his family. He's survived by his 4 children. For the first time in 5 years, Hoosier schools will once again receive A through F grades, but the way those grades are calculated is changing. The State Board of Education voted Wednesday to adopt a new accountability system that shifts the focus toward what students actually learn and experience in schools. At 8:34, sports on WIBC. 15th ranked Purdue ending a 2-game losing streak last night with a 77-66 come-from-behind win over Northwestern. The Boilermakers erasing an 11-point deficit. C.J. Cox hit a go-ahead 3 with about 48 seconds left.
I told Trey before in the huddle, I was like, when you get the ball in the short roll, just look to see if that guy's helping up, and I'll be wide open in the corner. So they just did just that, and then I was able to get the shot. I'm there a lot, so it's a lot of reps, being confident in my shot.
Cox played really well in the second half, scoring 21 of his 27 points in that half. Purdue plays Wisconsin at home for senior night at Mackey Arena Saturday. Indiana ending a 4-game losing streak on senior night. 77-47 win over Minnesota. Head coach Darren DeVries said the win was important for maintaining their NCAA tournament hopes.
They continue to stay focused. They've continued to put in the work like they have all year, and their approach has been terrific. And I think a lot of that is those seniors, making sure that they stay focused on what's next and not looking in the rear view for very long.
And one of the seniors who was celebrated was DeVries' son, Tucker. I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
All right, good morning, Ryan. That's just happening. Southbound 6570, the collector ramp has a crash on it. The 1-2 Michigan Street, Ohio Street, and Fletcher Avenue. It looks like the very center is blocked, and traffic is getting by on both sides, but please be careful. That is a tricky exit ramp. Also, northbound 65 stopped from South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. On the northeast side, southbound 465 before East 56th Street. That's a crash blocking 2 left lanes, stopping traffic back past Allisonville Road. Inbound 69 stopped because of that crash from 116th Street to 465. In Carmel, crash reported southbound Keystone Parkway at 106th Street. Traffic is stopped past 126. On the north side, westbound 465 crash approaching Michigan Road. Traffic slow back to Ditch Road. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank. On sale now. Plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 56 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Need your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com.
It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. We have got Dow futures down right now, 261. NASDAQ futures down 80. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. Oil prices are up a little bit this morning with some new action. $76.78 on the West Texas crude. Brent crude out of the oceans, $83.05. That is the barrel price. And this is not surprising. There's going to be fluctuations here. 10-year Treasury at 4.138. It was down to 3.95, but that was a day before the attack on Iran by the U.S. and Israel. Gold right now at $5,130 an ounce. Silver at $82.93 an ounce. Bitcoin at 72,000. So was up from those mid-60s and now holding right there, right in that space. We know we have supply chain issues. You have got travel industry saying that they have a lot of threats. 20,000 flights in and out of the Middle East have been canceled since the attacks on Iran. More than 1 million people affected by the cancellation and airspace closures. Part of what Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, was discussing yesterday was the efforts taken to remove Americans from the situation, helping them get on flights, finding for them numbers to call. They want people to reach out. They had gotten, was it 17,000 people out or was it 11,000 people out? And there were another 6,000 they were working on getting out right now. Yeah, there were Americans in the area. Understood. And we're going to get them out as the right thing. And yes, there's going to be some political fallout for that. Unquestionably. Unquestionably. So that's where we are. That's the latest. I'll have more on what's going on Tony Katz today at noon, including the radicalness of the disagreement and the absolute weakness of some in America who don't understand exactly how these things work. They think a military should just look good in a uniform. I don't think you send the military out willy-nilly. I think if you do send it out, it's about killing the enemy until the enemy is dead. Did we think I was just making that up? Just saying it to say it? The world is crazy. I've said this many, many times. The world is crazy, but we do not have to be. That's why I bring you the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment presented by KillADentRemoval.com. Any door dings you have, from hail damage, you get hit by that shopping cart in the parking lot of a grocery store, wherever it is, they can take care of it. They'll come to you, mobile dent repair, paintless dent repair. They take out the dents. Your hood, your roof, the doors, all looks great and incredible with KillADentRemoval.com. Incredible people. They come directly to you. They take care of everything. Your car looks good as new. You're going to love it. I have friends who have used the service. They say nothing but wonderful things. KillADentRemoval.com. That's where you go. That's who you talk to. Go to KillADentRemoval.com. Tell them Tony Katz sent you and get your car looking like new. So we have the Tony Katz TK Thursday Music Moment where we say the world is crazy, but we don't have to be. Let's take a moment. Let's take a breath. Let's take a beat. Let's play some music. Let's turn up the radios, turn up the speakers, grab a drink, unless you're driving, in which case don't grab a drink. And I'm not here to judge. Maybe you work third shift. It's going to be all right. We take a moment. We get back to it. Just that simple. I went to 1985. And the last time I think I did this band, I went a little bit off the reservation there with Seven Chinese Brothers, and people were like, this is what you picked from REM? I'm like, yeah, it's what I picked from REM. And so we're back to REM. Turn up your speakers. Roll down your windows unless it's really raining. Take a breath. It's going to be all right. Step outside. Breathe deep. Driver 8. Producer Carl, hit it. Find everything we do for the TK Thursday Music Moment at WIBC.com. Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s.
All right, Tony, looking at a crash downtown. It's on the exit ramp to Collector Ramp to Michigan Street, Ohio Street, and Fletcher Avenue. The ramp is open, man, as it's slow. Southbound 6570 crash after Raymond Street. And right now, the right lane is blocked. Traffic stopped back to Michigan Street. Eastbound 70 stop and go after Harding into Meridian. On the northeast side, crash. Southbound 465 at Palm Creek. 2 left lanes are blocked. And traffic jam back to Keystone Avenue. That's a 21-minute delay. Inbound 69 delayed 21 minutes. 116th Street to 465. Carmel crash southbound Keystone Parkway approaching 106th Street jammed up to 126. Westbound 465 crash clear before Michigan Road. Still stop and go after Meridian past Michigan Road. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors new cabinet line Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
56 degrees and a whole bunch of rain in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Well, the rain's not in the weather center. You know what I mean. The time is 8:47.
When traffic's a bear, Matt Bear is a beast.
On the north side, 465 East is a parking lot for Meridian. Also, we have slow traffic from 82nd Street all the way up to 860.
When you need to get from here.
If you're coming in from Hamilton County, it's going to be tough
to there.
Into bridge construction at 465 and 60.
Matt Bear, mornings and afternoons.
It's going to be tough getting home tonight, but you'll be binge watching Stranger Things before too long.
93 WIBC.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return, but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though.
I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You know when you order a medium coffee and they hand you a large for the same price? Well, that's what the heroes at Zero Res are doing this month. Get a free size upgrade on every whole home air duct cleaning package. You pay for standard, you get the next size up. More vents, more returns, more fresh air. After winter in Indiana, your ducts need it and your home needs it the most. Call 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com, and ask for the WIBC special.
See Santana live with the Doobie Brothers on Sunday, June 21st at Ruoff Music Center. A night of legendary music you won't want to miss. Get your tickets now at WIBC.com.
Got a black magic woman.
All right, I'm very confused, but I feel like I should know this. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl has picked a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. I'm allowed to phone a friend. That's Matt Bear. It's not usually helpful, but sometimes funny. And, of course, the chat room can help me as well there on YouTube. If you follow the live stream, youtube.com/WIBC. I think Eloise might have it in the chat room. Our fan favorite from Buffalo. That's right. Buffalo, New York. Everyone listens to the show all around the globe. But let's phone a friend. Let's just make sure. Matt Bear. Let's start this from the beginning, producer Carl. What is this theme song? And I'll tell you right now, it's not St. Elsewhere. I know St. Elsewhere. This is not it. Matt Bear, what is this theme song?
This is Taxi Cab Confessions, Tony.
Nicely done. Nicely done. You also could have gone with Red Shoe Diaries. Also would have been acceptable. I'm going with Eloise. Is this the theme song to Picket Fences?
Look at Eloise.
Buffalo. Nicely done. She did not go wide right with this selection. Too soon? No? I get a ruling? It's a Scott Norwood joke. Life cannot be easy. Picket Fences. That was Janine Turner? Was she in Picket Fences? Who was in the cast? I can picture it. I never watched the show. I never have seen an episode of Picket Fences a day in my life. Never once.
I see Lauren Holly.
Lauren Holly was in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't have it right at all. I'm not even thinking of the right show. I'm not even paying attention to that. I am you just are. Good gosh. On Tony Katz today at noon, the latest on what's going on in Iran and this weakness. Janine Turner was Northern Exposure. Thank you, chat room. You're absolutely correct. We will get more into what's going on in Iran and this weakness from the political right. And I am not making the argument that it's somehow wrong to be opposed to going after the Iranian regime. People can have that position. I think that is a bad position, and I make mine. The idea that the left can't believe that people get hurt in war when they're the enemy. Yes, the White House should call it a conflict, because when they call it a war, they make you think that we're in a war and only Congress can declare war. But the War Powers Act absolutely gives the president to engage this authority, as he has. And we're calling it war in more of a vernacular. But if they want to be more accurate with the wording, they can. Me, I'm not concerned with it. We shot a Iranian boat and everybody on the boat was killed. This is the kind of country we are. Do you have any idea what we did in World War II? Any clue to what we did? The left is shocked. They're amazed. But they had no problem when Barack Obama is droning American citizens. So are they actually amazed? Is this real weakness in a society that doesn't understand what it is we're dealing with? Or is this all just made for social media fluff, and anything that might hurt Trump is, well, that's well within the bounds? That's what we're going to examine. Someone asked me in the chat room, has the War Powers Act ever been through the Supreme Court? Let me answer the question by going in a bit of a different direction here. If Congress wants to change the War Powers Act, they're more than welcome to. I don't think there's going to be objection. But the objective now is to change the War Powers Act to get Trump to stop. They would rather see the Iranian regime rebuild than end the support of terrorism and the abuse of the Iranian people. That is an unwell thought from unwell people. I'll get into this at noon. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up?